take of form, he could have had a hat-trick, to be honest, that game, and I would have loved it because he would have moved me up the
Lovely
table.
assist as well.
Gets in position.
But, getting in the right position, I think definitely, unless Pep doesn't play him next game, which I can't see happening, it's a home game.
He's his favourite player.
Even though it's kind of Champions League as well, I can see Sterling coming on form.
David Silva as well.
Really great goal from Silva.
He's been fantastic.
It was a lovely assist from Sterling.
It really
actually.
was.
Lovely
Beautiful.
little. It wasn't
Over
even
the
a
top.
chip. What would you call that? A little scoop.
A deft.
A
It
little
was
spoon.
a sandwich, mate.
A sandwich.
You get
Like our AGM.
Sean, John McGinn fanboy, Man City Villa. You're a big John McGinn fanboy.
I think he's
done?
going to bring it back up. I think he's going to score. It's going to be 1-1.
1-1.
Yeah, and Aguero I think will be back in.
Did great in the international break, by the way, didn't he, John McGinn?
He got a hat trick.
Got a hat-trick,
First
yeah.
Scotland player to
That's
score
worth
a
saying,
first
that.
half hat trick thing.
Man City,
Good
last
for
point,
everything.
right? And I need this for help for my team. Mahrez, any point in him?
Sorry, one thing about McGinn there. I actually heard some stat that he's actually ran the most yards with the ball in the Premier League this season.
Yep.
So it's actually more that it's something that's going to get missed out on in fantasy football as well, right?
Yes.
Unless he then converts that at the end to either assist or a goal, it's your bonus points we mentioned earlier, the Opta stats, it's all to do with passes completed.
Maybe that explains why he didn't get involved so much in the weekend, because he
he's-
actually run his socks off for Scotland and then scored a hat-trick and, did a blinder.
Too busy worrying, is he?
should have run the marathon with you boys.
Mahrez, get rid. Is
Hey.
Mahrez going to play again? He's a fringe player.
Kind of a bit embarrassed that I went so heavy on Mahrez a few weeks ago, but he was playing really well.
This is the problem. He is a quality player, but he needs consistent
It's
football.
absolutely class. And like I say, he got like 14 points,
He's not
for
going to
3
get in
weeks
front
in
of
a
De
row.
Bruyne, though, is he?
And
He's not...
plays in that wing, and he's competing with Bernardo Silva, really.
I think De Bruyne, mate, and Aguero. Right, we're going to get moving on. Sean, the John McGinn fanboy's not happy. Don't like it that we're cursing Villa. I think Aguero, mate, and De Bruyne are in this, and I do think Sterling's a shot. It's one of those three for me. Moving on to Brighton, Everton. What a juicy fixture. Sean, the John McGinn fanboy, you wanted me to get to it. You've been desperate to talk about it. Tell me.
Everton surprised me last week. I did not see that coming. We thought they'd been poor. We were talking for them to get rid of the boss there. Good result. Hammers, I think, would be disappointed, but they did well, and I was impressed. And now I don't really know what to think about this one. There's nobody. We saw Sigurdsson come back in and score a goal after us shouting for it for weeks and weeks at the start of the season. I still would not flock towards them, so I'll just stay away from this game.
I agree. I think Sigurdsson did look very good when he came on.
He was obviously annoyed that he wasn't playing from the start, and he just showed his potential. And I think basically the whole team showed their potential. They showed it without him. They showed that they could still maintain, they were a pretty good team without him. Now what their problem is they've raised the bar for themselves. They've got to now go out in the next game and perform exactly like they performed in that game. And if they perform like that in the upcoming games, then there's potential that they can start climbing up that league again.
I love that Sigurdsson played 3 minutes and he scored a goal, and he hasn't scored in any of the other games.
The fact is that he missed a shot before that as well.
Yeah.
Pretty close.
Could have got 2 goals in 3
Pellegrini,
minutes.
do you keep Digny in your team?
I like Digne. Called him out last week, even though Everton weren't doing very well. He was the one guy who was pretty consistent. He gets up the left flank. He's more of a left winger, really. Like that in the modern day game, we don't really have left backs anymore, do we? We have left wing backs, and he gets up the pitch. He takes a lot of their free kicks, takes a lot of their corners. Sigurdsson, I was impressed with, even in those few minutes. Richarlison at 7.9 million was a handful. Looked like he was going to score every time he got the ball, hit the posts. I think that's a sign of things for him to come. So FPL managers, keep looking at Richarlison. He was popular last season, out of favour this season because of Everton's form, but I think they're on the upturn.
Expensive though, 7.9 million.
He's quite pricey, isn't he? Yeah,
Yeah.
That's a good shout. He's quite pricey. I mean, you can get Maddison for less than that. You can get Mount for less than that.
Especially because you don't know what form Everton are going to take.
And the reason he's so expensive is because he did it last season and he wasn't always consistent. I think though, but what Ricky's saying here is Everton have turned a corner potentially. Are they a team that's in form at the moment?
I mean,
arguably yes. I mean, I got to say, because they won one. We're saying this. They won They won one. They lost the 4 before that.
West Ham were pretty poor, to be honest. And I'm not just being biased. They didn't look.
Brighton, they're a steely team. We've all been surprised by them. They beat
have been
Spurs
surprised
3-0.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, Brighton are below Everton in the league. These two teams have got very similar records. So you've got Brighton on 12 points, Everton on 13 points. -3 goal difference for Brighton, -5 for Everton. We shouldn't be casting Brighton out here. Brighton are the home team. I reckon Brighton got a chance.
Brighton won this fixture last season. It was a close affair, but 1-0. Yeah, I agree. I don't think we can rule Brighton out of this. For me, I think it's either going to be a stalemate, or I think Brighton are going to take this by 1-0.
I think Connolly looks good. He looks sharp again. I know he just came on the scene only last weekend, but he's at 4.5 million. Unlucky not to score. Maybe his minutes are being managed because he's a young lad, which is a shame because he looked like their best striker, go up front. I know they've got that Morpay up front, who also looks pretty dangerous. He sets up a lot of chances for Brighton, but you're right, Jimmy Ferguson. I think Brighton's definitely surprised me. They're like chalk and cheese compared to last season. They were so defensive last season, obviously under a different manager, but they look like they want to go out and win games.
I think what we're saying is, quite rightfully, Richarlison's overpriced. Everton maybe have turned a corner. There's no one I can bank on there. They've got a difficult game the next week against Spurs. Whereas Brighton have got Everton this week at home, and then the next week they're at home against Norwich. Maybe Connolly, 4.5, not bad. Time to get rid of wings.
Watford, Bournemouth. Interestingly, these two teams have met 8 times. 6 times of those has been a draw, with each team winning once apart from that.
There's always been goals, though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Even though there's been a lot of draws, there's been a lot of goals.
It's been 3-3, 2-2, 2-2, 2-2, 0-0, 1-1. And the 2 wins, Bournemouth winning 4-0 in October last year, and Watford winning 2-0 in August the year before that. So yes, goals.
Yeah, I guess
goals.
Do we see Callum Wilson coming back on the score sheet? So I guess those that got him in, are we going to keep him in, or are we going to make a knee jerk and take him out? I mean, I for one, I think I'll keep him in for this game. I think he will score against the Watford defence. I bank on keeping him in.
I think Callum Wilson's a safe bet really throughout the season. I'm actually gutted. I had him at the very start. My very first team had Callum Wilson in, just banking on the form that he had last season. And he was kind of sneaky the first few games because he wasn't necessarily, lighting up the Premier League, but he was still consistent. He was getting like 5 or 6 points every game, and he's become an absolute gem in the Premier League. I would say a note on Watford: they should have been 3-0 up against Tottenham. They had terrible finishing.
They really had a lot of chances.
There's so many chances. They was unlucky not to get the 3 points.
One-on-ones and everything.
We've been talking about them getting their first big win. They should have got a penalty. I don't want to go back into VAR again. They had a clear penalty. Vertonghen clearly took him down, and the penalty wasn't overturned.
I think it should have been as well.
Yeah, I think that was clear. But so in terms of Watford, they've got those odd players like Delafeu. Decore was quite popular last season as well. He got on the score sheet. As MVD was saying, I think Callum Wilson's the man of this match.
But Bournemouth drew a blank against Norwich, the team that we expected them to score against.
That's worrying, yeah.
Have Bournemouth hit a bit of a freeze, not able to find the net, or we think it was just a little bit unfortunate?
I think it's a flip.
Yeah, I think it was a weird weekend. I think there's so many teams just having a weird.
So you're not seeing Watford winning this? You're seeing Bournemouth winning it?
I think Bournemouth.
Yeah, I think Bournemouth.
I tell you what, I do agree with it. And what I saw with Watford against Tottenham is, as soon as Tottenham scored against Watford, I said to myself, Watford are actually going to get relegated this season, because, like you said, when they had so many chances, if you can't go and finish a game off and score those goals, and they're bottom of the table, they've got 4 points. I know it's early. If it carries on this way for Watford, they're going down. And I do think morale's low. Bournemouth for me as well. King, I'm on the King wagon. Put him in the team, I've got to go with him. He's cheap, mate, 6.3.
Josh King, not a bad
Josh King. You heard it here first. Okay, we are going to move on. One of the games of the week. It's yours, Ricky Pellegrini. Take me away.
Alabama. Yeah, they were disappointing against Everton. Were Everton really good? Yes, they were. But were West Ham pretty poor? West Ham was their poorest performance. Even against Man City, West Ham, in that first half, they were actually pretty solid. It was only in the second half we actually fell apart. So, West Ham, consistency.
I saw a blinding save from Pickford. A really good save from Pickford, where your boy hit it straight.
Yeah, Bonner. Yeah, it was right on the line. We've had a couple like that. The problem is with West Ham...
He hit it too close to the keeper, though. A little bit further to the right to goal.
Exactly. The problem with West Ham is consistency, I think.
Yeah,
and it's kind of been a common theme in the last few seasons. The difference being we have a better squad. No doubt about it. We have a lot of creative attacking players. Anderson, Lanzini, Yarmolenko and Haller. We've not had a proper centre forward like Haller in quite a few years, and I still would stick by him. You know, I am debating, do I take him out my team? Got a bit in the bank to get someone like Callum Wilson, maybe Rashford on the upturn for Man United. Maybe they're gonna spark things off, but I'm going to stick with Haller at home at West Ham. I think someone needs to just play a bit closer to Haller up front. Get Lanzini back on form. I think we'll do all right. But this game, look, Sheffield United just beat Arsenal.
I have two West Ham players, Diop in defence and Lanzini in midfield. I'm going to be using my transfer to get rid of one of them.
Yes.
I haven't decided which one yet.
Diop.
But they're not doing it for me.
Diop, because
Diop got booked on Saturday as well. He got 0 points.
Not, I think Diop's still an absolute solid defender. It's more that we've got, and no offence if you're listening, Roberto, but he's not a Fabianski. Fabianski is an absolute solid goalkeeper, and I don't think he can quite fill the shoes. He made a few good saves. We're missing Fabianski, and to be honest with you, we just weren't at the races.
I think the one thing you've said in that whole part there is inconsistency.
Yes.
There's so much of that all around the Premier League at the moment, and it's almost, Liverpool are the only team that have shown consistency, and that's why they're winning by
Top of the league.
Top of the league.
Top of the league.
Oh, so painful.
Ricky Pellegrini.
But they're 6 points clear, mate, and no one else has shown it, and it's still wide open 9 games in.
The only team who sort of stand out for consistency at the moment is Chelsea.
Liverpool and Leicester, I would say, for me.
I would
Man
say
City are
Leicester
2 up and down. Chelsea have been quite consistent in the last few game weeks. They've won 3 in a row. You're absolutely right with that. I mean, City as well. I mean, the top 4 are the most consistent, and that's why they're the top 4, I suppose.
Should we call the West Ham Sheffield United?
Yeah, let's call it. I mean, Ricky Pellegrini's still got Haller in his team. He's still sticking by Haller. I think West Ham are going to win. They're the home team.
I think so, yeah. It's going to be tight.
But Sheffield United can defend, and they showed it against Liverpool. I'm not convinced you'll win that easily.
No, I think it'll be like a 2-1.
I think it's a little bit different, though, because I think
you'll keep it clean.
Against maybe kind of your big opposition, they'll set themselves up well. They'll set themselves up to be compact. I think with the game, they'll probably go to the London Stadium and think, you know what, we might be able to nick a result here.
It's true.
And therefore,
open themselves up.
Their usual formation, the usual way they'll play might be kind of a little bit more attacking. And I think, to be honest, with West Ham, and they've shown quality this season, they will capitalise on that. So. Yeah, a West Ham win.
And by the way, for me getting rid of Diop, I'm just looking here, there's a lot of good value out there around the 4.5 million range.
There is.
You've got Donk, Landstram, Mings, Ward, Baldock, Basham, Sheffield United again, Badgernet.
You've hit a great point there, John McGinn fanboy. I don't think West Ham are going to be getting too many clean sheets. I know Jimmy said they might, and yeah, maybe
I've got to say, mate, you had a good run recently of clean sheets. You say you're not going to get any clean sheets, but if you look at West Ham,
this is before Fabianski got injured.
You had 3 clean sheets, week 4, 5 and 6. It's only the last 3.
Since Fabianski got injured.
Yeah.
This is the key, though. Last season, I don't think we'd have finished as high, and that's a stupid thing to say, but he really was.
Oh, you need a good keeper behind you. Keeper
really
can get
good.
you 10 points easily.
He was really key.
So, moving on then, boys. Captain Russ, you're going to take us away, mate. Take us into Burnley versus Chelsea. I see that you've got a bit of Chelsea in your team. You've got a little bit of Mount and Abraham. What are you thinking?
We want a Mount.
Started off with more Burnley players than Chelsea at the beginning, and then I kind of, after Ashley Barnes' poor performance, I kind of sold him, and then got Abrahams, and then obviously Mount is the main man, and I don't know, it's like Chelsea, we were all hoping for great things with them, and Burnley are a solid team. They've got a great defence. I think they're kind of solid at the back. I don't know. Is Abraham going to get this week? I don't know. I think it's going to be.
It's tough. Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be I can't see Chelsea kind of winning 3-0 or anything like that. I think.
What if I told you that
Abraham's
Burnley have let in 11 goals and Chelsea have let in 14 goals?
Yeah. Well, there you go then.
Yeah, that's a good point, Captain. I think Abraham has obviously frustrated a lot of managers this weekend. He did almost score 2 or 3 again. Every time he's drawn a blank, he's been very close to scoring. I think they create a lot of chances. I think with Chelsea, I have to have a shout out about Hudson-Odoi. Looks sharp again. 3 appearances, 3 assists. Another attacking midfielder who's worth considering for your team.
He's 6 million. To be fair,
He's only 6 million. He's only 6 million.
Has
mentioned him a
anybody
couple
got
of
any
weeks back.
Burnley players I'd like to know? Is there any of you guys got any Burnley players in your
Ricky's cousin.
My cousin, mate. Don't you have to be loyal to your own family? You know, it's family. He's family. 6.2 million. 6.2 million. Gets on the score sheet again.
I mean, to be
and
fair,
obviously
last
take
4
on the
games,
goal
he's averaged
count
6
after
points.
Ashley Barnes kind of bombed. Yeah.
Oh,
he's been,
mate.
It's
very-
completely
Don't
bombed,
bring it up.
hasn't
Don't
he?
bring it up. I was the one who was banging on about Ashley Barnes, but at least I get some of them.
Yeah, but I will be keeping Abrahams and keeping Mount but I was, do you know what? I was thinking of doing a wild card this week because
Oh,
The wild